No, this is all the money that we have.
What is this feeling? It's like
This feeling?
It's like all of my problems have gone away.
I think you broke my foot.
Eddie, I need more money.
What's up there, YouTube land and also social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're going to be doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past Friday. And is a third film of a great film series that started back in 2018. So we're going to go right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, dabble check out my other social media platforms such as X, Patreon, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Pretty much post on these regularly, so definitely check them out. As always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past Friday. And it's the third film of a great series that started back in 2018 called Venom, The Last Dance. Yeah, Venom, The Last Dance. Yeah. So this is the third film in the Venom trilogy that started back in 2018. We also had Venom, Let There Be Carnage in 2021. And this time around, we have a new director, but same writers of the previous installment. And this is just a really fun film, I thought. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super fantastic. It was exactly what I was looking for from a Venom film. It was super funny, had lots of great action, gave us a whole bunch of new things that we hadn't seen in previous Venom films. And just overall, I thought it was a really great swan song to Eddie Brock and Tom Hardy's version of Eddie Brock. So I thought they did a really good job with that and gave us a really solid third film. So this film happens to be directed by someone that is actually making their directing debut. Now, this person also was the co-writer on the last installment of the Venom series. And that happens to be Miss Kelly Marcel. Oh yeah, Kelly Marcel. Woo, Kelly Marcel. Yeah. So Kelly Marcel has written and been a co-writer on several films over the years, but this is actually her directorial debut. And I thought it was a really solid first, theatrical film. I enjoyed what she brought to it. I enjoyed what she gave us, and I also felt that she took a lot of what we got from the last film and the 2018 first film, Venom, really gave us, a really well done compilation of all those attributes we got from those first two films. And I also thought that she had a decent eye for giving us really great action scenes, giving us a really great storyline that was, I think, a great swan song, like I said, to, those who are a part of this great universe, and also, Tom Hardy's version of Eddie Brock. And I really enjoyed just everything that, she brought to the film. I liked the direction she took it in. I liked that she gave us a lot of great comedy, a lot of great camp, along with the action, but also with a very great serious tone of, what's going on in these things. And I thought she did a great job with that. And, this might be her first time directing, but, at the same time, I felt like she had the chops of, somebody that has been directing for a decade or so. So I was really impressed with what she brought to this, and she really did a good job, and I felt that she was, comparable to the first two directors of the first two films. Now, like I said, this is her directorial debut. She has not directed anything else, but I think that I'm looking forward in the future to see what else she brings and gives us in, either another Venom film, or in the Marvel Universe, a Sony Marvelverse, or what she gives us just in any type of directing feature. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she brings to that and what else that she, accomplishes and gives us and makes. Because I think that she has a really great future ahead of her, and I think she's got some really great directing chops. And she proved that on Venom, The Last Dance. So if you haven't seen anything, Kelly Marcel has directed, definitely go see Venom, The Last Dance in theater now. I think she did a really fantastic job. So this movie has a really decent cast, a lot of great newcomers coming to this third film in this series and giving us really great performances. Of course, we have, a few returning that were in previous films, and just all of them working together were just also awesome and so much fun. Now, to start us off is none other than Venom himself, Mr. Tom Hardy. Oh yeah, Tom Hardy. Woo, Tom Hardy, yeah. So Tom Hardy is such an awesome actor. Absolutely love this guy. Pretty much anything he's ever in, I always enjoy him in. I think he does a great job. And I think that he has a lot of great talent that he's proved over the years. And given us really solid films that are just, either really out there or very basic. And I like that Tom is one of those kind of actors that he takes on all kinds of different types of roles. He gives us a wide variety of ranges. And I think he does it really well. I think he has a great, combination of all these different types of, method acting and just these genres he's so good at. He can do comedy, he can do action, he can do drama, he can do, even like nonsensical kind of stuff. He just is really a, really well-rounded actor, and I just really enjoyed him in these films. And I think that throughout the film, I really enjoyed the difference in the progress of his characterization of Eddie and how he went from the character we saw in the first film to coming up to this last film, and like kind of where he's at and kind of his thought process and kind of how he ends it, at this point and kind of what he's doing. And I really enjoyed just everything he brought to Eddie and given us a really great solid interpretation, live action interpretation of an Eddie that we can relate to, enjoy, and just find really fun and entertaining. Unlike, unfortunately, the version that we got from Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3 by, Sam Raimi, unfortunately, he just, I felt, was miscast, and Tom Hardy is by far such a way better interpretation of Eddie Brock, and he just really brought that, and I thought overall, he just really made an amazing interpretation throughout all these films. And I really enjoyed him in this one the most, simply for the fact that I love all the love and commitment he put into the characterization for this film, and really gave us a really great swan song, like I said, that just really encapsulated, I feel, a great kind of third and final outing of this great Eddie Brock character that he brought to life in 2018. So if you haven't seen anything Mr. Tom Hardy has been in, definitely a great film to check out that he's been in, and he was just really amazing in, was a great film that came out in 2010 called Inception. Yeah. Inception. Yeah. Inception's such a great film, and I absolutely love Tom Hardy in it. He was such a great character. I loved his kind of brassness, his kind of characterization. He just really played well with all the other actors and actresses that were in that film. And I just really enjoyed his camaraderie and kind of his thought process of the character he played in it. And it was very kind of Tom Hardy-ish, but at the same time, he worked it out very well and gave us this really fantastic performance that just really blew you away. And I thought, like I said, he worked so well with the other characters, along with Leonardo DiCaprio and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and all those guys and stuff like that, and they all made such a great team in the film. And I just think Tom did a really good job of bringing that to life, giving us this, overall decent performance that I think doesn't get enough recognition for how good he was in it. I think he was actually, to me, I thought he was better than, Leavitt and DiCaprio's, basically their roles in the film. I actually enjoyed him more out of those characters, and I thought that he really was a great kind of staple in the film. If you haven't seen Tom Hardy or anything, definitely check him out in Inception. He was really fantastic in it. But overall, I really enjoyed his final outing as Eddie Brock, as Venom. He did such a fantastic job. Really enjoyed it, and I just loved the great sentimentality that he gave to the character and in this final outing, and giving us this really great, final film, or, at least the supposed Venom and Eddie Brock story. And I'm really looking forward to, seeing him in future things. But at the same time, I'm hoping he eventually comes back as Eddie Brock again, because he just was so damn good. If you haven't seen Tom Hardy anything recently, go check him out in Venom, The Last Dance. He was really phenomenal. So that brings me to the next actor I'd like to talk about this film. Now, this is actually a newcomer to the film. This is his first time being in a Venom film. And he plays a really great kind of villain, but at the same time kind of hero that is just kind of not sure of what he's to do. And I think he's just is really fantastic in this film. And that, of course, is Mr. Chiwetel Ejiofor Oh yeah, Chitwell! Woo! Chitwell! Yeah! So Chitwell you might recognize from a slew of things over the years. Of course, he was in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. He was in the first Doctor Strange. He has been in quite a few things over the years. He's a really decent actor. And I always enjoy whatever Chitwell brings to life. He always brings really great fun to his characters. He plays really good villains. He plays really good heroes. He plays really kind of middleman too as well. And he's just always brings like a great vibe to his characters. And you can't but not like kind of like hate him kind of. He like leaves these certain characters like, I just hate this guy. He just seems like such a dick or an asshole type of character. And he just plays those characters so well, and it comes very naturally. And it's kind of funny because he's so not like that character in real life. And if you see him in interviews, he's completely 100% different. And he's just such a great, talented actor. And he really brought that fun to this film. And I really enjoyed his character, his like general type of character that is kind of on the side of the humans, but at the same time kind of has his own agenda type of deal. Doesn't, agree with certain things that they're saying for him to do, and he's kind of going his own way type of deal. And I just enjoyed what Chitwell did with that and how he brought that to life and gave us this really great, fantastic, fun, version of that, and giving us this, kind of new take on this, like, army guy, kind of general guy, and, really played it to the T and gave us a really great, thorough characterization throughout this entire film. Now, if you haven't seen Chitwell in anything, definitely a great film to check him out, and he plays a really fantastic villain. It's a great film that came out a few years ago, almost 20 years ago now, that is just a really fantastic movie that's based off of a TV series called Serenity. Yeah! Serenity. Yeah! Serenity, which is the movie for Firefly, the TV series. He just plays a really great villain in that film. He's so fantastic. You just absolutely hate him. But at the same time, you're like, this guy is so cool, but I hate him type of deal. And I just really enjoyed what he brought to that character, because he had some really great, like, one-liners throughout the film that just really kind of made him like a monologuer and really showed that he was one of those kind of like villains that was like, this is like a villain that kind of monologues you to death type of deal, He's not really that scary, but at the same time, like, he gives you these speeches that make you fear him type of deal. And I really enjoyed that, and I liked that he played kind of that character, and he was very sinister, but at the same time, you could see he was very calm and collected, type of deal. And I thought that was done really well by Chitwell, and he just really showed this really great villain that was super fun in that film. If you haven't seen Chitwell in anything recently, definitely go check him out in Serenity, or haven't seen him in anything, check him out in Serenity. He did a really fantastic job in that film. But overall, I really enjoyed his characterization and character in Venom: The Last Dance, and I thought that overall he did a really fantastic job that made the film better, and also just was very entertaining and gave us this really fantastic character. If you haven't seen Chitwell in anything recently, go check him out in Venom: The Last Dance now. Superb performance. So that brings me to the final actor I like to talk about that was this film, and that is none other than the amazing, gorgeous actress, Miss Juno Temple! Oh yeah! Juno Temple! Woo! Juno Temple! Yeah! Juno Temple is such a great actress. I've loved her ever since the first time I saw her in something. I think she's absolutely always fun. I love the kind of character she plays. She always kind of plays those down-home girls, but at the same time, she can also play like the sophisticated vixen type of characters, something like that. And she just is always fun to watch. I mean, from, Sin City to, Killer Joe to, many films over the years that she's done. She's just a really great actress that I think just rocks and just kicks the butt out of and just gives us a really great performance. Now, when it comes to performance in, Venom: The Last Dance, I absolutely loved her character. I loved the doctor character she played. I liked how she was very, into her work and doing this for her brother that passed away from being struck by lightning. Her, acting like, her arm had been struck by lightning. I thought she did a great job with that. I thought it looked really done and worked out really well. I thought she was a really fun character that was enjoyable. And just overall, I just really enjoyed kind of the process of her character and her evolution throughout the film, and just made it really entertaining and made her a really great asset to the film that, really worked out well in the end, giving us this really fun character that, maybe eventually will be returned to check out. You never know. It just was done really well. Now, if you haven't seen Juno Temple or anything, definitely a great movie to check her out in. And especially during this time of year because it's a kind of a horror film. This movie was just a fantastic film that came out a few years ago that just rocks. And it's a film called Horns. Yeah. Horns. Yeah. This is such a fantastic film, and Juno Temple was so awesome. This film, absolutely loved her. Fell in love with her in this film because she just was such a great character, and you just felt bad for her, and at the same time you just fell in love with her because she played such a great, sweet character that just was so endearing and fun, and just a really great character. And I think she played really well off in this entire film, along with Daniel Radcliffe and everyone else that was in it. And she just was such a great character that, worked out really well for the film and gave us this really great connection between the main characters and giving us a solid lady character that I thought just was like a decent type of character that made you want more of this character throughout the film and just worked out really well. If you haven't seen her at Juno Temple or anything, definitely check her out in Horns. She did a really great job. But overall, I really enjoyed her in, Venom: The Last Dance. She did a great job. I loved her character, and she just did such a phenomenal job in this film. If you haven't seen her recently or anything, go check her out in Venom: The Last Dance. She was absolutely fantastic. So what is the Venom: The Last Dance about? Basically, this time around, Venom and Eddie are on the run because they are suspected of killing this cop. And basically, while they're on the run, they basically figure out that there's something going on that they need to help with. And basically, they end up becoming the target of a new threat, a villain that we have never been introduced to within the Marvel Universe. And basically, these creatures are sent to try to retrieve Venom because he holds something that will allow to release this main new villain. And basically it's up to Venom and Eddie to stop these creatures and to save the planet once again. Really well done film, well written, really great action, great, cinematography. The music was amazing. The soundtrack I absolutely loved. The graphics in this one was so superior to the previous two films. Just looked really amazing. And it just overall was just such a freaking fun film that was super entertaining, super funny, just awesome, really well-rounded, and just overall a great film. If you haven't seen it yet, highly recommend go check it out in theaters now. Worth a watch. Giant 10 golden movie box up. Can't wait to add this to collection. It just was a really fantastic film. Overall, really well worth the watch. Fantastic film. Go check it out now. Give it a whirl. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, also thank you for subscribing. If this is your first time here or you haven't before, don't forget to check out any other new videos if you haven't seen mine yet. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out all the other things that I might have done on other channels, like the MCU's Bleeding Edge or anything like that. But also, if you want to show support for the channel, please check out my awesome Patreon page where you don't get all kinds of different accoutrements you don't get here on YouTube channel. So definitely check it out, people. Please, check it out. As always, catch you next one.